Welcome to Shakespeare Full Circle, a journey of a circuitous nature into the mind of the Bard of Avon, or as you become more familiar, Uncle Will. I'm your host, Kari Marshall. Delightfully delectable dishes, exquisitely enticing board affair, scrumptious sustenance, tempting treats of a heavenly origin. Today we are sitting up at the table for a divine culinary journey into a dish fit for the gods. I hear that phrase used in hyperbolic ways to refer to anything from a late-night taco in college to the Chateaubriand at Hawksmoor in London, but actually uttered by me every time my mum made her chupli kebabs. But the origin would be more aptly applied to something like flambéed cheese, saganaki. It was Greek, after all. In ancient mythology, ambrosia was the word for the food or drink of the gods. The legend goes that it was brought to Olympus by doves and was served by Ganymede, who was a beautiful youth abducted from Troy by eagles to be the cupbearer of Zeus himself. What we can infer from that, though, could lead us down a very deep rabbit hole. Ambrosia was also believed to bestow longevity and even immortality upon anyone who consumed it. Interesting, then, and even darkly ironic, that Uncle Will uses the term in his play, Julius Caesar. Caesar has returned to Rome triumphant from the war against Pompey. The jubilant republic is preparing to bestow upon him new honors, which starts to raise concerns among some of the senators who fear that too much power could be held by one man. Caius Cassius, in another food-related tangent, is described as having a lean and hungry look, plots a conspiracy to murder Caesar, enlisting the support of the well-respected Marcus Brutus. Brutus has misgivings, but is persuaded that Caesar's death is necessary for the good of the Republic.
We all stand up against the spirit of Caesar. And in the spirit of men there is no blood. Oh, that we then could come by Caesar's spirit and not dismember Caesar. But alas, Caesar must bleed for it. And gentle friends, let's kill him boldly, but not wrathfully. Let's carve him as a dish fit for the gods, not hew him as a carcass fit for hounds. And let our hearts, as subtle masters do, stir up their servants to an act of rage, and after seem to chide 'em.
How dark is that? As we know from history, it's not really a spoiler at this point, I hope, Brutus, Cassius, and their co-conspirators travel to the Senate House and stab Caesar to death on the Ides of March, which, incidentally, happens to be my birthday. If we delve a little deeper, it is possible to not just see this as a case of political assassination to rid the Republic of a possible tyrant, but also as an offering of sorts. Romans, like the Greeks, did have a tradition of making blood sacrifices to their gods, traditionally sheep or lambs to the god Jupiter, and as we know, the Greek name for Jupiter was Zeus. So the lamb to the slaughter, so to speak, to be carved up as a dish fit for the god of gods. Perhaps it's no surprise that this was written in between William's historic and, let's be fair, glorification of England's boy king Henry V and his romantic cross-dressing comedy As You Like It, where, incidentally, when Rosalind ventures into the forest of Arden to pursue her love Orlando, she must disguise herself as a boy to befriend him. Then she pretends to be a girl so Orlando can practice his wooing techniques, but that's beside the point. But it does seem that Uncle Will's play of Roman regicide may still have been in his mind as he was writing As You Like It. The name he chose for the disguised Rosalind? Ganymede. Food for thought. Well, alas and alack, my friends, that's all we have time for. Join us again next time for another circuitous journey into the mind of Uncle William. I'm Kari Marshall. Farewell until next time. Shakespeare Full Circle is a production of WGTE Public Media. You can learn more and download all episodes at wgte.org/sfc or wherever you get your podcasts.